here. And then we can try to fetch the content of that URL and then we print that content. So let's see this in action. Okay. So we have saved this, the server is running. So what I'll do is Python 3, check incident.py. And if you see the, if I see the over here, so let me just quickly see. Okay, there's some kind of nano. Let me just quickly correct the error. So this is the error over here. Let me say just save it. Let me just run it. And if you see now, I hope it won't be an error and the code will run. And you will be kind of seeing multiple different kind of parameters over here. So let me just quickly. So there is another error, guys. What is the error? Let me just quickly figure out. Inconsistent tab. So this is something that you will be kind of facing a lot of times. Like even though your code is correct, there will be like some issues with the tabs and all. So what you do is like just give me 1 second. All done. Okay, I think now it's a all fine. So we have to clear and I do run the code. And if you see over here, I am getting via the code, I am getting 3 requests over here. If you see. The first one was name equal to ABC H23, the name ERT H45, and name TUI 67. So we automated the request over here. And thing is that just by using that, because we know the parameters are going out in the URL itself, so that's where we were able to change the thing via the code in a very easy manner. And if you see over here, what we did is like the first URL that went out was this one, name equal to ABC, and that's where we got the content, which was this one. Then we sent out a new parameter and we got the content, and then we sent out a new parameter and we got the new content. So what I mean to say is that whenever you see any kind of a get request going in, you can very easily automate that part, because the automation, the variable that you want to change will be just in the URL itself. Okay, you don't need, because in the when I will be kind of discussing the post will be the variable value will be a little bit more complex, and it will require a little bit more modules so that we can change the variable names, the variable values. But here with the get request, the things are very easy. Okay, as you are seeing over here. And this is a base code. Thing is that what you can do is that, again, as I told, this will be really helpful for you. So later, let's say you were doing some kind of analysis, or you are encountering any kind of an incident where you want to do certain automated checks on the website, and you know that, okay, the website is doing something on the get header. So you can utilize this base script, do the changes on the fly, and kind of get the result for you in an automated fashion. Okay. So this is again should be helpful to you going forward whenever you're going kind of dealing with an incident where you can kind of have an opportunity to automate certain stuff. Okay. So let me just quickly share this part again with you guys. Okay, so this is done. Great. Okay. So I hope you guys found this useful, and this will definitely, I can say, like, even for myself, there has been like multiple incidents where I had to kind of automate certain checks, and I utilized this kind of base script to kind of do certain checks with the website and solve my issue. So one of the incident that I can say where I utilized this was that I had a bunch of email IDs, and I had to check like if the user had reset their password, when they have reset the password, and I was having hundreds of email IDs with that. And my objective over there was that for those email IDs, I wanted to know when the password of those users were changed. Okay, so what I found was that the website that we were using, one of my colleague who was using the website, I found that he was doing that manually, one by one. He was putting the thing and he was recording that in the Excel sheet and all when the password was changed. So when I figured out that the URL, which was the internal URL of the company, was actually requesting the data in a GET request, I quickly implemented this kind of code. Okay, what it used to do is that it used to read that file which contained the email IDs, and it used to kind of send that in a programmatical way, and it used to prepare Excel sheet automatically, which will tell that okay when that password was to be set. Okay, so it helped me multiple times, and I hope like it will be also helpful to you. You will be encountering multiple situations in your career where you have to kind of automate certain stuff, and that's where you can kind of do that and quickly complete your work without kind of doing the clerical work, doing something manually. Okay, so that's all for this part for how you can kind of automate the GET request. The only reason is that it is very easy because the parameters are in the URL itself. There's nothing on the header part. Okay. So now let me go to the next topic. And what I will do, I will just quickly take a 1 minute break. I'll grab some water and then we'll kind of continue discussing. Hello. So this is Okay, guys. So I'm back. So do you guys have any questions for the things that we have discussed till now before we proceed further? Um, okay, so let's proceed now. I had take this time because no questions. I hope it was easy to understand. I took a very easy to understand example. And later we'll see at much more details one of the things that I wanted to kind of discuss with you guys is when you automate certain stuff like the one that I automated over here, you also want to scrap the value, like the website returns certain value and want to scrap that. Okay, so let's say this website was returning, let's say I gave the name and it was returning the age value. I just gave the name for an example over here, and let's say when I gave the name it was returning the age on the website, and I want to scrap that from the code and save that in Excel sheet. So we'll look that in the later phase. Okay, how that things look like. Okay, and now let's see. Now let's quickly have a look at how the post parameter look like. Okay, so let me just quickly go to over here and okay. So I hope this is a bit visible now. The thing is that whenever there's a post parameter that is kind of going to the server rather than the get, what you will see is that in the header, like just now when we saw the Wireshark module, we saw that we saw that there was a get header over here. Okay, in the similar manner, when the web server is trying to accept certain values from the from the client, it can also do that via post parameter. And the post parameter, one of the way to know that it was a post is that there will be a keyword in the header which will be post over here. Okay, and thing is that so that's one of the thing. And the other thing is that when this post parameter is basically used. So this post parameter is basically used when you are kind of, let's say, submitting any values, when you are kind of submitting any values to the website via any kind of a form, or let's say any kind of a login environment. So let's say post request w3